Oh my god, I can't believe this has actually happened. I can't believe. You guys are not going to believe what's happened. You're actually not going to believe what's happened. I've come here to this shopping centre, I've left my bike, I come back and they've pinched it. I had it locked up and everything, I had it locked up right here. They've taken the bike, I parked it right here, right in front of Marks and Spencer's. I wasn't even in there for like 10 minutes. I come back and the bike is gone. I am so annoyed, I am so sad, I don't even know what to do. I'm just so angry. This is the dangers of owning a bike, people. You leave it somewhere, you come back and it's gone. Well, oh well. Oh, you guys didn't think I meant this bike, did you? You guys didn't think I meant this bike got stolen. No, of course not. This bike is fine. This baby is still doing all well. This baby is still here. Nah, my beautiful 650R is right here. Nothing is wrong with it. Don't worry guys, don't get panicked. I'm not talking about this bike. I'm sorry to scare you like that. If anyone thought my 650R got stolen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to clickbait you like that. But technically, this isn't clickbait because my bike actually did get stolen right here in this exact spot at Lakeside Shopping Centre in front of Marks and Spencer's. The only difference is that instead of it being my 650R that got stolen, it was my 500R. Yes, this is where my 500R got stolen, and that's why I don't have a 500R anymore. So I'm sure you've heard me say a lot in my videos that I used to have a CBR 500R and I never explained why I got rid of it. Well, I didn't get rid of it. Someone stole it. So in this video I'm going to talk about how my bike got stolen, what the thieves did, what are some of the mistakes I made, because I made a lot of mistakes. I was very careless. And I want to show you some of the security that I've got for my bike now to prevent it from being stolen again in the future. And this is very awkward because people are looking at me because I'm talking to myself in this car park, but oh well. So let me talk you through how my bike actually got stolen here. Okay, before I tell you guys the sad and tragic story of how my bike got stolen, I'm actually going to head out on the road first and do a bit of riding and talk about something else that I want to talk about, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you the rest of the story about how my bike got stolen. So we'll be back here in a second. So we did it. We hit 100 subscribers. That's crazy. We actually hit 100 subs. So thank you for everyone who subbed and who watches and who likes. You guys are great. I know 100 subs isn't a lot, but that's a milestone for me. You know, clearly a lot of people are enjoying the content, so I've got more where that came from. Trust me, there's more content to come, so don't worry. Subscribe, join us, and we'll all enjoy some motorcycle content together. Next goal, 1,000 subs. I reckon we can do it. To celebrate 100 subs, I don't know if you guys have noticed, the channel looks a bit different. We got a new logo and we got a new channel banner. You know, we got some new graphics for the channel. We look professional now, you know. Don't know if you guys noticed that the logo looks like a hand twisting the throttle. You get it? TV, TWISTAS MOTO, twist the throttle. We got a new channel layout. Everything looks good. Oh, I stalled. That was embarrassing. Everything looks new, everything looks professional, and it was all made by a great person, so thanks to that great person. I've got some business cards as well, so I'm getting them printed and I'll show you guys them on the channel when I've got that all sorted. But you know, we're doing this professionally, we're doing this properly, you know. If we're gonna do it, we might as well do it right. I say that, but to be honest, this channel was really just meant to be chill vibes, you know. It's not something I was trying to take seriously. I have nothing special planned. I'm just trying to make some fun videos. Honestly, it was just meant to be, I get a GoPro, I stick it on my helmet and I ride, and that's what it's gonna be. That's all it's gonna be. So if you're up for that You want to see me do that on the 650R, because let's be honest, that's why people sub. People aren't subbing for me. There's nothing about me that's interesting. It's the bike. The bike is the star of the show. So if you want to see more of this beauty, this dirty, I haven't washed it yet beauty, then stay tuned, because there's a lot more to come. And thank you all for being awesome. And I mean, we got 100 subscribers, right? So I mean, it only makes sense that we go 100 for 100. I'm just saying, you know, we might as well go 100 for 100. Now obviously that would be unsafe, so I'm gonna CGI this part. So this next part, what you're about to see, is all CGI. So let's kick down a few gears. 100 for 100, baby. There we go. What am I gonna do when I hit 1,000 subs? I'll see if the Royal Air Force will let me use one of their fighter jets. So now we're gonna go back to the shopping center, where I can continue telling you how my old bike got stolen. So goodbye from motorcycle riding me. Alright, so first things first, where am I? Well, this is Lakeside Shopping Center in West Thurrock. And for those American viewers, what I mean by a shopping center is a shopping mall. I think that's what you guys call it over there. I say that because a lot of my viewers are American, surprisingly. So yeah, there you go, shopping mall, shopping center. This is where I normally come, Lakeside Shopping Center, and I normally put my bike here, right here in front of Marks and Spencer's. So as you can see, there's some scooters here and another bike in the corner. So I normally just bring my bike here somewhere, and I'll chain it here, or I'll chain it behind there, or I'll chain it to that railing there. Just anywhere here pretty much I can get space. Now as you can see, now is a fairly busy time, and even now there's only 1, 2, 3 bikes other than mine. So it's not a very busy place. So normally when I come, I'm like the only bike here, and I lock up my bike. Okay. And I lock up my bike and I don't have to worry about anything. Now here's the first clue that should have tipped me off that something was wrong. So when I came the day that my bike got stolen, instead of it being like this, how it normally is, there was bikes everywhere. So like here, there must have been like 6 bikes somehow in this little area. There was bikes behind there, and there was a bike in that corner there. There was loads of bikes, and to be fair, that should have tipped me off first of all, because it should have been a clue that something is wrong, because it's never like that. I've been coming here for years, and I've never ever seen so much bikes in this one area. So that should have been clue number 1, but I ignored that. I didn't think anything of it. So obviously there was no space for my bike here, and there wasn't really any space for me to go back there either. So the only place where there was space is this little part here, which I'm not even really meant to leave my bike, because obviously it's on the walkway where people are meant to walk around. So there was a bike here like there is now. So if I parked my bike there, I'll be blocking this person in. But this was the only place I could think of to leave my bike. Now in reality, what I should have done is I should have just went and parked somewhere else. I mean, there's other places around the shopping center that I could have parked. That would have been a smart thing to do, but I'm used to parking here, and I thought I'm only going to be in the shopping center for like 10 minutes, so it doesn't really matter. I can just leave the bike here and I can go inside and come back out. Because I'll be honest, sometimes I'd come here and I wouldn't even lock the bike, because as you can see, there's a lot of people walking in and out of the shopping center, because this is the entrance to the shop and it's a pretty busy car park. So there's lots of eyes on this area. There's obviously a camera there and a camera there. I don't know if you can see that, but up there on the wall there's one there. So there are cameras in this area, but under here, actually, to be fair, there's not really, I don't see any cameras. There probably is, but I just don't see it. But there's cameras there, there's a public walkway, as you can see, there's crossing right here. Even if it's unlocked, people will see if someone's going to steal it anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. I know this is here, but at the time how it was, I couldn't even put my bike that far enough to lock it to that. Another reason I didn't want to lock the bike anyway is because if this person wanted to leave and I locked my bike, then they would be stuck until I came back out. And because of that, I didn't even put the steering lock on in my bike. Again, stupid, I know, but it's because I was trying to be nice. Like, I wanted to be nice to the person parked in there like this. So if I left my bike here and I put my steering lock on, they wouldn't be able to move the bike to get, because I wouldn't mind if someone just moved my bike to take their bike out. You know, I used to work in London, and the bays in London, no one locks their bikes there because so many bikes are in one spot. So people would sometimes have to move your bike to get to their bike. You know, I used to have to move people's bikes to get to mine. You just understood that's how it works, you know, in central London. So that's kind of what I'm used to. So I thought a similar thing here, you know, if this guy needs to leave, he could just move my bike, get his bike out and put mine back in. So I didn't put the steering lock on and I didn't lock the bike. If it was here, then it would have been more secure because I could have locked it. But because I was parking it somewhere, you know, a bit different, because it was so crowded, the bike wasn't locked. So it was just there unlocked, and I was just hoping that enough eyes would be on this area so that no one would steal the bike. You know what, let me take my keys. I'm gonna reenact what happened. So I parked my bike and then I walk towards the shop, and as I'm walking towards the shop, there was a guy standing right where that M&S sign is. He was standing right there, and literally the second I walked through these doors, he bolted that way really quickly. Now at the time I did think it was a bit weird, but I did not for a million years think that it was because he wanted to steal my bike. He was just waiting there for me, and he was on the phone to someone, and the minute I walked inside, he bolted this way. Now again, I have no proof that he had anything to do with my bike being stolen, but now I think back to everything that happened that day, most likely that was the case. So the minute I walk in, he bolts this way, and well, I went in the shopping centre, I bought a few things, I got a hot pretzel and I came back out. Literally, I couldn't have been in there more than 15 minutes. I couldn't have been, even that seems too long. I was so quick, and I come back out and bike is gone. Now what's actually funny about that is, even though I come here a lot, I get lost in this shopping center all the time. So when I came out, I actually came out all the way down there. I came out at the wrong spot, so I didn't see my bike, and I was like, oh wait, my bike has been stolen. Then I was like, oh wait, no, it's fine, it's because I'm at the wrong spot. So then I came back here and I was like, oh wait, oh, my bike has actually been stolen. Oh it's like I went through the emotions of having my bike stolen twice. So yeah, my bike got pinched. But when I came back, I noticed something very strange. I noticed that the whole crowd of bikes that was here disappeared. They were gone. Remember I said there was about 6 bikes here, there was bikes in there and a bike there. Almost all of them were gone. Maybe one bike was left. In 15 minutes, somehow magically every single motorcycle disappeared. And that's when I realized what happened. I was set up and there was an operation where they were waiting for people. They were waiting for someone to leave their bike in an unsafe place because they had taken up all of the safe parking. They had set it up, they had put their own bikes there, so I had no space to put my bike, to lock my bike safely. So they knew I'd be forced to leave it somewhere unsafe, so they could just come, quickly nab it and get away with it. Because when I came back, all the bikes were gone. What are the chances that in the 10-15 minutes that I'm in there, all of those bikes disappeared? And as I said, before that day, I've never seen that many bikes, and since that day, I've been coming here a lot. And as you can see, like, there is normally always enough parking. Even this, there's normally more parking than this. I got here before this guy. He came after me. So when I came, it was only this bike and this bike. So I realized what happened. I was set up. I was saying to someone that what they did to me was really smart, and he said no, what they did wasn't smart, it was crafty. And that's it, man. I fell for it. So I should have seen the signs. I should have realized that what I was seeing wasn't normal, and I should have been smart about it, and I should have picked up on the dodgy circumstance, and I should have just put my bike somewhere else, because I left it there unlocked because I was trying to be nice and not block people in, and my bike got pinched. Was I right in assuming that parking my bike in front of a busy shop was smart, because obviously a lot of people would see my bike being stolen? Believe it or not, yes, I was right. Because when I realized my bike was stolen, obviously I ran inside and I was looking for security to tell them, hey, my bike has been stolen, can you check the cameras and see what happened? And before I even said anything, I found a security guard and I said, hey, and he was like, yeah, we know your bike was stolen. I was like, how did you know my bike was stolen before me? He's like, yeah, we've been on it, we already know about it. And I was like, how do you know? And he was like, well, we got loads of calls to the security desk of people saying that they can see a bike being stolen. So apparently I was correct. Apparently a bunch of people saw my bike being stolen and they called the security desk. So the security already knew my bike had been stolen before I knew my bike had been stolen. So I was right in assuming that people would see it being stolen. Alright, now that that guy's gone, I'm gonna nappy spot because it's much better than where I am right now. Nice. That really surprised me that a lot of people contacted the security desk at Lakeside to tell them that my bike had been stolen. Because I mean, if I came to Lakeside, I wouldn't know what the Lakeside security number is. I would just call the police or something. I wouldn't, or I'd run inside and tell someone physically. How much people know the Lakeside security number? How much people know the security number of their local mall or their local shopping centre to dial it, you know? So I found that was very weird, that supposedly loads of people were calling that number to report my bike being stolen. I'll be honest, it kind of got me wondering, was it an inside job? Was the security team involved in it? I don't really think that was the case, but something else I'll mention later did kind of make me think, hey, maybe it's possible. They wouldn't tell me how the bike was stolen. They wouldn't tell me if they could see that it was stolen on camera. They wouldn't tell me anything. They said I have to call the police, and then the police will get in contact with them and they can pass that information on to the police. Would you believe it that till this day I have no idea how my bike was stolen? I wasn't, even after I contacted the police, I wasn't allowed to see the footage. I wasn't allowed to know if there even is any footage, if there even is any proof that my bike was stolen. I was not, apparently some data protection or confidentiality or they told me some rubbish apparently as to why I'm not allowed to see my own bike being stolen. So yeah, I actually don't know if they took a van and threw it in the back of a van, or if they just took the bike and somehow got it to start and rode it off, or if they just wheeled it out of the car park. I couldn't tell you. I actually don't know how they took my bike. I'm assuming that they had it in the back of a van. I'm assuming they just took a van in here, and I'm assuming that's how it got the attention of so many people. I guess they just took a van, a few guys probably just jumped out real quick, lifted my bike into the back of the van, and they went, and that's how they got the attention of so much people. So obviously I've called the police, I've called my insurance, it's all being sorted out. But whilst I was waiting, I was speaking to the security, and he said, you should have locked the bike, you know. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I think that was the point. They made it hard for me to lock the bike, and I just thought, oh, it's alright, I don't need to. And there was another security guard as well, and he said, maybe he was just saying this to make me feel better, I don't know, but he said, oh, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Even if you locked it, it wouldn't have mattered. He said, and then he said this, and this is what made me also kind of raise an eyebrow. He said, in the last 3 months, we've had like 5 bikes stolen from that same spot. He was like, yeah, it's a really bad place to park your bike. You shouldn't leave your bike here. And I was like, well, if it's such a dangerous place to park a bike, why are there no signs warning people that lots of bikes get stolen here? Why is there not like a security guard like always on the lookout in this area? Why isn't there more cameras here or something? Like, if so many bikes are supposedly being stolen from this exact same spot, so much that even when people lock their bikes, apparently they cut the locks and they flee with the bikes, then shouldn't there be more warning or more security in this area? Just seems a bit weird to me that they are aware they have this really big bike theft problem in this one spot and they didn't do anything, or they don't seem to be doing anything about it. It's just, oh well. You know, obviously I should have locked the bike. That would have been the best thing to do, but apparently all the other bikes that got stolen in the last few months, they were all locked up, all chained up, and people came in with bolt cutters or whatever it is, and they snipped those locks and they were out. So apparently even if I had locked it, if they want a bike, they're gonna get it. So that was a bit annoying, but yeah, that's the poorly told, long-winded story of how my CBR650R got stolen. So it's sad, obviously it's sad, but in a way, if it had never gotten stolen, maybe I would have never got this, because, you know, I love the 500, and yes, I did want something bigger and I did want something better, and this is bigger and better, but I wasn't in a rush to get rid of it. Like, I wasn't in a rush to upgrade, because I was really content with the 500. But hey, we wouldn't be where we are now if that hadn't happened. So, or maybe we would have been, but maybe not as soon. So yes, that is the story, the sad and tragic story of how my bike got stolen. Not this one. My 500R. Now I never leave my bike anywhere without being locked up. There must always be a lock on my bike, and actually I want to talk about that. So I'm getting bored of being in this spot, so I'm going to go somewhere else and show you what security I've got on my bike, what locks I have, and yeah, that's it. I'm going to head up to the top floor of this car park and show you what I've got in my bag. Alright, well, now I'm on the top floor and you can see my very dirty bike in more detail. Let's go have a look at the view. Should be pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know how well that's coming through on video, but looks kind of nice. It's a pretty nice day here in Lakeside. I reckon if I was to jump from here I could take it. I've got a D-lock, I've got a chain, and I've got a disc lock. In terms of other security, I also have this, which is data tag. This one is, I don't know if this is in focus of the camera, but this is a Oxford Magnum secure D-lock. It's a bit beat up because I've had it for ages. As you can see, it's a nice sturdy big D-lock, not huge, but I'll put it next to the wheel for that comparison. Don't know if that helps. This again is really old and beat up. This is a master lock, so it's even missing the cover and stuff. And again, it's been beat up pretty bad, but it's a pretty long chain. Again, put it in front of the front wheel for reference. Again, don't know if that helps. It's not the heaviest chain, but it is pretty heavy. This one is the newest edition, the Oxford Boss Alarm. So this is just a disc lock. Again, put it next to the wheel. Decently sized. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's big and bright, and it has an alarm. If I put it with the red on the red, it engages the alarm, and now it's armed. And now that I've shook it, it does that. It goes off. I probably should invest in one of those trackers for the bike, you know, like a GPS tracker or something like that. I mean, if I had a more expensive bike, and I know that makes me sound ungrateful for what I have, you know, I have a nice bike here, I'd be more compelled to put a tracker on a more expensive bike. This bike, I'm not too worried about it. It does have data tag though. So what data tag does, for those who don't know, pretty much it just means that there's a special secret secure marking that's etched on the bike somewhere that obviously no one would know other than whoever put it on the bike. So I would obviously have a piece of paper or a document that has those markings on them. When the police find your bike, or if your bike has been stolen and you're able to recover it, then you can prove it's your bike using data tag. If it's like a serial number or, you know, like a VIN number or something, a thief can try and get rid of that. With data tag, it just makes it harder for a thief to hide any evidence that this is your bike. You know, if it's got data tag on it, then you always have proof that it's your bike. But as I said, data tag isn't really going to help you track your bike, you know, or find your bike. All it's going to do is prove that it is your bike when your bike is recovered, if it does get recovered. So yeah, it's got a data tag, but whatever. Let me know what security you guys have, and if any of you have had bikes stolen, I sympathize with you. Feel free to share your stories of how your bikes were stolen below. If you want to make fun of me and laugh at me for being so stupid and ignoring obvious signs of thief activity and being careless, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking the video. But you should check out the next video. The next video is going to be good. It's going to be about why I chose this bike, can't say the word, specifically. So why did I get a CBR650R? I'm going to go through that in detail. I'm going to compare it to other bikes. I'm going to answer why I took this over them. You should even leave a comment below, you know, if you're considering getting this bike or another bike. Comment what other bikes you're thinking of getting. I might talk about why I chose this over that. That's it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.